We're Trent Allie, and as we get ready for our final concrete pour, Trent needs to become a full-fledged, fully certified plumber in the next 2 hours. Our plumbing inspection is in 48 hours, and we can't afford to lose any more time.
Not a huge deal, but it's getting windy and the weather's getting worse.
It's a little windy, but it's all part of the adventure, right?
Why is there the most snow on our property? This is like almost worst case scenario.
We're excited to partner with Geology on today's video. They're reinventing men's skincare, and we'll tell you more about them later. But first, we need to get to work, get our plumbing in, and get ready for
crazy weather day number 1
Yeah.
at our new property. Hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful day. Utah's on fire. Everything is crazy. The sun, the moon, the sky is all like a red, gray, nasty color. My nose is plugged up from all the smoke. And today, I gotta put on my plumbing hat because today I'm gonna be doing the rough-in for the plumbing. So this is basically just the drain lines that go underneath the slab. I need to get those installed today and tomorrow so that Wednesday they can come out and they can actually inspect that and make sure it's good before we pour the floor on. What did it say? A 58% chance?
of rain in the next 24 hours.
There's a 58% chance of rain in the next 24 hours.
And there's a hard freeze warning.
And there's a hard freeze warning. Let me just put it this way. I think today it's supposed to be like 80, and then in 2 days, the low is like 28. Also, one of those days is gonna have 60-mile-an-hour winds. So as if 2020 couldn't get any worse. The weather is working against us. Are you excited?
Always excited.
I'm excited too.
Thought you'd be the one for me. Won't you tell me how you feel? I shared my dream with you until the morning.
Aside from the smoke, today is turning out to be a beautiful day. There's nothing really happening up at the property today except for Trent needs to become a full-fledged, fully certified plumber in the next 2 hours.
Shoot, forgot a level.
Oh, that's important, huh?
That's not good. That's really the only requirement for the sewer line, is that it has to be downhill slope. You can usually identify that with your eye, but it is convenient to have a level so that you can make sure.
Whew, it's a bit brisk up here. At least it's sunny though. There are these forms stacked everywhere. But that mess means up here we should be seeing actual walls. Look at this! We have a house!
Uh-oh. Where's Kevin? Kevin's supposed to be here. He's
Give him
not
a
here.
call. Trent is freaking out right now.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. Obviously this is the first time that I've been around for a foundation being poured, but it looks pretty good for the most part. I mean, structure number 2 is looking like a little miniature castle.
Yeah, it does.
It's got like its little, what's that thing, a rook?
Turrets?
Yeah,
A
turret.
rook, yeah. For all you chess players out there.
Start it up.
Nice catch.
Filming that?
Yeah.
Let's not show that.
Trent makes it look really easy, but each of these pieces of machinery are probably 200 pounds. Oh, not only that, he's carrying them both by himself.
Man's man.
You're insane, dude.
2 trips is for sissies.
Please protect yourself. We need you to last this whole build.
All right, now that we spent an hour hauling everything from the truck up to the foundation, it's time to start the real work. I think Kevin is probably just about to pull up. All we have to do is connect the sewer line to the stub that goes out underneath the footing, run it over here. We gotta put a floor drain in, and I gotta put a 10-foot stack which is basically a 10-foot piece of pipe standing by itself. And then after all the fittings are glued, we plug the end. And then the actual inspection is they fill this pipe up with water, and it has to hold water for, I don't know, 5 minutes, an hour, 5 days. I don't know exactly how long. But it has to hold water, the inspector will check off on it, and then we're good to pour the floor in here.
Basically, it's like pressure testing the system.
It is, it's pressure testing the system.
Cool.
Kevin!
Oh, good morning!
It's hold water forever. It's not supposed to leak at all.
That's exactly right. I would never make anything that leaks.
Yeah, right.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
It took us an hour to carry all of our tools up here.
Yeah, you made it perfect timing.
I feel like a pack mule right now.
I'm not a plumber.
I know, neither am I, but we're gonna figure it out. It's pretty easy, you know? There's really only one thing a plumber needs to know, and that's that poop runs downhill.
That's funny. Because there's a whole code book for plumbing.
I got some friends.
So in my opinion, it's not that easy.
No power.
Kevin's regretting all of his life choices right now.
Kevin's like, I'm helping this guy.
It's taken 25 years of choices to be in this moment right now. Experiencing what I'm experiencing. 25 years of bad choices.
Appreciating it. Scary.
A little bit.
But for the first time on our own job site,
Woo!
strapping on the bags. Man, maybe I gained some weight. I feel a little, I think I have to do an extra notch.
Oh
You've
no.
been feeding me too much.
All those butter cookies. At least you look like a professional.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm like confident, but I'm also terrified. I mean, everything up until this point has been catastrophic to push us further and further into winter. But if I mess up and it pushes us out another 3 or 4 days, it's just adding insult to injury, and we really don't have time for that. So
don't mess up, Trent.
I'm gonna get all this set up. I'm gonna send pictures to my plumber friend. I'm gonna try and get the okay from him and see what he thinks.
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's good.
Kind of gets the chalk into the line.
Those of you guys in geometry class right now wondering whenever you're going to use Pythagorean's theorem, we're using it right now.
That was Trent's last year of math class. It's all he remembers.
Yay! One board down. 3 months of winter building to go. Canada. Board's made in Canada.
Does that make it lighter?
Says
Pick it up, eh?
says Boise on it. I thought it'd come from Idaho. So we need to get a green board and a piece of rim board to install so that they can pour the slab. This stuff down here at the bottom is the rim board. And all this stuff weighs 5,000 pounds. So there's no way we can move this, and we're not gonna break it down and move it piece by piece just to get this one board out. I'm gonna try and cut the bundles that are holding all of these, and I'm gonna try and wiggle this one piece out. It's long enough to stretch the span, so I hope we can get it out without too much trouble. But this is the inaugural cutting of the first strap. Pretty lackluster, huh?
Careful. Wow, this is heavy.
Yeah, not this way, it's gotta be. Okay, there you go.
What are we doing here?
Putting it up here. Got it?
Yep.
I know Kevin would just carry this by himself.
Yeah.
We're new.
This whole time I've been so excited to finally take over the project ourselves, not just watch other people work. We're finally at the point where we can be doing things. And wow, guys. This lumber is really heavy. Woo!
this is construction. We have a problem. They sent us out a bunch of square washers, a bunch of circle washers, and a bunch of nuts. And they were all supposed to be 5/8. It looks like some of the square washers are 5/8, some of them are 1/2 inch, and all of the washers and nuts that they sent us are 1/2 inch. All of our bolts are 5/8. So we can't actually bolt the green board down, which means we can't put the rim board on. Not a huge deal, but it's getting windy and the weather's getting worse.
You guys don't even look like you're struggling. Time for lunch, huh?
Go and find some burgers. I hope there's Five Guys. I'm really aching for some Five Guys now that we brought it up.
All right, guys, when I get back, I want to see this whole thing framed. The roof should be on. I want shingles in place. Everything will be plumbed. I'll give you 45 minutes.
That's not funny, Allie.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, these guys are gonna get to work finishing up the plumbing, and I am gonna run down and grab lunch for everybody because it's hot, it's sunny. Ugh, they've been working hard. And let's be honest, probably my best contribution today is to go and grab them some food.
I'm getting out of bed, reaching for the water glass.
It took way longer than expected. I hope these guys aren't done and gone for the day because that would be bad and I would have a lot of food to eat by myself.
How come he gets a white cup?
Because the other one was in my armpit. I don't think he wants that.
I'm white, you're a little more red. A little more
I'm
white.
a lot more red. Never has a smashed, greasy, half-an-hour-old cheeseburger looked so good.
That was delicious. And you built me a poop chute. Look at this.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube.
Why not? That's what it is.
So basically, in the future there might be a bathroom down here, but right now while we're building the house, there's basically just going to be a water heater and a stackable washer and dryer down here. This is a floor drain that you need to have by code if you have either of those appliances in the basement. So that ties into the sewer drain here. Any water that runs through the house drains through this pipe, comes down here. I don't have my level. I think all of this is downhill, but I'm not positive. And then it's going to go out of the house and go all the way down to the septic tank. And then tomorrow when we come back, I'm gonna go ahead and take all the fittings apart, glue everything together, and set it in stone. And then the inspection is on Wednesday.
You're gonna bring a level tomorrow.
I'm gonna bring a level tomorrow. Normally you eat lunch and then you go back to work, and now that we ate lunch, I'm like, all right, let's go home. Let's see if you can tell me what you think's gonna happen here.
All right, guys. We've gotta attach the house to the garage, and then it all flows into the sewer, into the septic tank. This is deceptive because it's not connected to anything.
That's right. What you're saying is this pipe right here is gonna stand up?
Yeah.
And then what?
And then this will go somewhere else. Right here,
Right
most
there,
likely.
yeah.
And you'll have the same type of pressure test here as we will up at the house.
That's exactly right. Maybe Allie should be the plumber. She just figured that out and she's never done any of this before.
I dare you to leave the plumbing up to me.
Well, we got our work cut out for us. Tomorrow we need to show up. I need one 3-inch coupling. I need to make sure all this is gonna pass code, and then I need to glue everything together, get all that stuff tidied up, and then Wednesday we got the inspection.
Tomorrow is basically the moment where we glue everything together, and it's either a huge waste of money because we have to redo all of it because it doesn't pass inspection, or Trent becomes a plumber.
We're hoping for the latter. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, I thought we wouldn't see it until the morning, but it turns out tonight I'm going to be taking you through a little bit of my evening routine. And it also introduces today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Geology. Geology is men's skincare reinvented. A lot of people make fun of me when I wear my sun hat so that I keep the sun off of my face, but to be honest,
I'm a ginger and I'm really just trying to protect myself. And as I get older, I've realized it's really important to try and do something to keep the sun off of your skin as well as repair your skin. That's why I've been using Geology for the past couple weeks, and it's actually made a huge difference in the way my skin feels, and I can tell that it's gonna be really beneficial in the long run. Take their quiz online to get your personalized skincare regimen. I started with their complete trial set. An everyday face wash for morning and evening, vital morning face cream, repairing night cream, and then they actually have a special cream that goes around your eyes that's more sensitive. Basically, this whole setup makes the skin on my face feel fresh and brand new. All right, so if you guys notice that I start looking increasingly younger, it's not because I've gotten plastic surgery, it's because I'm using Geology. If you guys wanna try Geology and you click the link in our description, you will save an additional 30% off a 30-day trial, which actually makes it less than $1 a day to try. Thanks again to Geology for sponsoring today's video, and now, we'll see you guys in the morning.
It's nice and warm in here.
Well, yeah.
Good morning.
It doesn't seem like it's warm. Good morning.
Are you gonna stay here in Grandma's doggy daycare today?
Be cold.
Hmm.
You know.
That's why I'll let Trent do all the working, and I'll just focus on staying warm.
Yeah. Well, I remember you working out in the garage.
Funny.
Standing there
Yep.
like that, you know. What's the matter with that girl? I said, I don't know. I said, it must be love. It has to be love.
Seems like we do end up doing a lot of builds in the freezing cold. We've done this before. Doesn't actually get any easier, even though you'd think it would.
I forgot. That's when I'm in my element. Is when it's freezing outside. That's when I built both of our vans. It was through the middle of the winter. And it was really, really cold. And now we're gonna build an entire house through the middle of the winter.
You should be really good at it by now.
I guess this is just the way it's supposed to be. We love you guys. We'll see you after today's day.
When are you coming home?
I don't know. Once the work is done.
Like a week or two?
Now we'll be home this evening.
Have a good time today and drive careful.
We will. We'll see you later.
We have to stop and grab a few things at Home Depot before we head up to the property. And this is officially the first snow of the season. It's kind of exciting, actually.
Cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can hear the ocean in there.
You can ride out the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday. Someday.
It's kind of cold.
It's snowing, guys, in case you hadn't noticed. And the bad news is we're not even at the height of our property yet, so there's probably gonna be a blizzard. We gotta get up there and get that lumber covered up. The thing that sucks about covering the lumber is not only do we have to cover it with sheeting, we've gotta like secure the sheeting to withstand these like insane winds that have been happening all night.
Do you feel like the abominable snowman in all those layers?
Yeah.
Is it hard to move around?
No, it's actually pretty
Oh, good.
got a lot of mobility. Can do all the things. Kind of worried that this is gonna be a hard day.
Oh my goodness.
Why is there the most snow on our property? Everywhere we've seen up until now is like a little snow, a little snow. We get to our property and it's literally covered in snow.
Wow. Driving up here, a lot of trees were down. It was super windy last night and it still is. Luckily, no trees are fallen on our property, on our freshly poured walls or foundation, which is awesome because that would be really bad. It is a little bit windy though.
Not having fun.
This really sucks. Supposedly like tonight / tomorrow is when the chances of snow were gonna happen in the mountains, not last night. Woo! It's insanely windy. All of this wood has snow on it, which will in turn make this wood wet. None of this wood should be getting wet. This is really bad. This could ruin everything. This could make the house extremely hard to build. We could have to buy new lumber. This is like almost worst case scenario. One of the really bad things is like we don't know how much it's gonna continue to snow. So do we just leave this uncovered and let the sun melt the snow and let it dry out? Or do we cover it with a tarp and trap all the moisture inside? I just don't know what to do.
The conditions today are not ideal. This is a lot colder and snowier, a lot earlier than we wanted it to be. But we chose this. We knew this was bound to happen at some point, so we're powering through. We have work to do. We can't take the day off. Everything is relying on us. Nobody else is gonna do this for us. So we're getting the plumbing roughed in, glued together.
Really the problem is the inspection. Tomorrow that guy's gonna come up here and he's gonna inspect the rough plumbing, whether it's installed or not. So I gotta make sure we get this thing glued up, that it holds water, and then we can go home and have hot cocoa. Push, push, no, don't lift, just push, there you go.
What?
Why are you trying to rush me?
Oh, mostly because it's freezing.
My kneecaps are frozen. I'm kneeling in frozen gravel. Just wait until we have to start turning on the water.
Yeah, that's good.
If it wasn't like the stress of doing this job on top of it snowing and whatever, it would be fine, but I'm like a little out of my element here. I'm doing my best. And of course, the weather is just like not cooperating, let's put it that way. So basically up until this point, every joint that I've put together I could rotate after the glue had set and it wouldn't be an issue. But now that that joint down there is set in place and all these are set, this, maybe this is a 22. This 22.5 degree fitting right here has to be at the perfect angle when I set the glue, or else I have to like cut this apart and redo it, and I don't have pieces to do that with. So this is a very, very monumental, pivotal point in the construction of this sewer line.
This is where you earn your plumbing badge?
But I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, I just need you to like lift the end of the pipe so that when I'm lifting this end, it's not like okay. Is that? Twist it.
Which way?
It's too late now. Woo! Fumes from that glue are strong, buddy. Well, here goes the last fitting that's gonna go on for the floor drain. And we're just gonna hope that it's set to the right height. I've triple measured it. I used way too much glue right there, it's dripping everywhere. I triple measured it and I think I did it all right. Basically, after this sets, the only thing left to do is fill that puppy up, and then we gotta see if she holds water. It's a shame that it's freezing up here.
Very cold. That dead tree just fell. There's a couple trees over there on the ground that just fell. I'm a little worried about this big pine tree.
Things are getting crazy here. I don't know if the GoPro's even working. It's really cold. It's really snowing quite a bit. Not like an insane amount, but a pretty decent amount for September. Allie is down at the water meter with the water key. She's about to turn the water on. Now I've spliced our water line right here, and it's ran over to this big spool. I've got to climb up on the foundation, put that tube into the top of our sewer line, which has been secured with all of this wire. And then you come over here, this is where the sewer line exits the house. And I've put a plug in here that you pump up and it inflates. So that's gonna stop all the water from coming out. So basically, what I have to do right now is fill the whole system with water, and it has to hold water so there can't be any leaks. I got my fingers crossed there aren't any leaks. Today has just been one struggle after another. But I'm gonna put you guys down. We're gonna fill this thing up with water. Looks good. I don't really have a way of measuring it. We got just a little bit more work to do, and coming in here in the truck and warming up was a good idea. My hands feel good now, but as soon as you get warm, you're like, I don't want to go back out there.
At least we brought lunch today. At least the truck is warm. That's all I got.
Those are your positive things for the day?
Yeah. We do have one fatality. Our beautiful
Big one.
We have a big fatality. Our one big beautiful tree in front of our driveway didn't make it.
It's compromised by the wind. So disappointing.
Hopefully every 20 minutes I'm like, oh, this is letting up, this is getting better.
And then a giant gust of wind comes through.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's actually getting better. It's getting darker, that's for sure. It's only 1 in the afternoon.
We're just like huddled in the truck. Oh my gosh. Look at the snow and look at the cold weather. And everybody right now is like, you guys signed up for this.
Yeah,
you decided to live in the mountains. It's like, we did. We did. I was just anticipating like Terry being here, or us having a house dried in by the time snow came.
That would have been cool.
Hopefully this is just a one-off, and after this snowstorm there won't be any more snow for a little while at least, and we can get this house framed before it gets really cold and starts snowing again.
Yeah.
I think if you look at the weather, it's only supposed to be like cold again tomorrow, and then
the rest of the week is back in the 80s.
Again. Mm-hmm. So we do have to come up and do the rough-in inspection with the inspector, but that should be relatively simple and short, and whether it's cold or not, I think it'll be fine. So
get it done.
All right.
You got this.
Gotta go finish the sewer pipe up. Allie's gonna sit here and do nothing.
I'll be right here.
We are at the home stretch. There's only a couple things left to do. I just gotta climb up on top of this ladder with this hose, stick it in the top of that pipe, fill it up until it overflows, and hopefully this one won't have to bleed anything out. The floor drain in the house had a lot of air pressure in it, I think, so the level dropped a little bit for a while, but now it's sitting steady, so I know it's not leaking. Also, I double and triple checked every single fitting. And I can feel that my face is going numb, so if I look like I'm talking weird, it's because my face is going numb. Anyway, I'm gonna climb up here, holler at Allie to turn on the water, fill up this pipe, and then I think we can get out of here for today. And tomorrow, we'll come back for the inspection. Hit it! Oh, now we're talking. Okay, shut it off.
It's off.
Good job, dude. I think we clean up the rest of the tools, double check to make sure both of them are holding level.
Okay.
I'll pull the test plugs out and come back in the morning.
This is where Trent's climbing background really comes in handy. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
Oh, beautiful.
It's good.
Okay.
Starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Woo! Nice. Not only did you become a plumber today, but you did it in the worst weather possible.
Yeah, I don't think it could get any worse than this unless it was like really snowing. I think the wind is worse than the snow,
Yeah,
honestly. The snow
definitely.
doesn't bother me as much as like, we had a huge tree go down. Every neighbor, I've heard enormous trees falling down because of the wind. It's been pretty crazy today. It's crazy weather day number 1
Yeah.
at our new property. You know something that's really funny?
What?
Our cooler
Yeah?
in the back of the truck
Yeah.
has ice all over it. It's like, you have this thing to keep stuff cold and it's frozen. Oh my gosh.
Dude, good job. That was awesome.
I'm dying.
I can't believe we did all of that. I thought we were gonna quit halfway through.
Yeah.
It was hard to be up here today.
Next time we come up here, it'll probably be hot.
Yeah, that's true.
We hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's frozen adventure. If you guys did, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on this video. Click the subscribe button so that you guys don't miss anytime we post a video.
Thank you to Geology for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
So many downed trees. I don't think there's ever been downed trees like this. Like, look up here. It looks like literally looks like a tornado came through here.
Yeah.